Hi everyone, this is going to be a swatch review and application video for new Milani makeup. Now this is only the second kind of video that I have done in this style. The first one that I ever did was for some new L'Oreal face makeup, and I really liked trying them on and giving you more of a live application and first impressions / review of the products. So I'm also going to do these with these new Milani products. There, in particular, are these new eyeshadow palettes. They are 12 pan eyeshadow palettes. One is matte and one has shimmering eyeshadows in it. There are also 2 highlighting palettes and 4 new holographic type of highlighters. There's also a range of plumping lip glosses. I only purchased one just to sort of see what the formula is like, so I'll let you know what that's like just in general, but in terms of the focus, it's going to be on the highlighters and the new eyeshadow palettes. So currently these are available through Milani. I expect that they will be added eventually to Ulta, and when I say added, I mean the eyeshadow palettes. The highlighting palettes and the individual highlighters, I believe, are already up at Ulta Beauty for your purchase. So I'll put a link in the description box below to where you can find these if you're interested in purchasing them. As always, the description box also includes a link to the blog sale if you want to purchase any discounted makeup, as well as links to the reviews that I do with full pictures and my thoughts after fully testing these over a course of several days in the description box below. So I hope you are subscribed to the channel. If not, please hit that subscribe button and stay tuned for the swatches as usual, but also some video footage of the application and the way that the products look applied to the face. All right, these are Milani's new Hypnotic Lights Powder Highlighters. These retail through Milani for $13 each, and there are a total of 4 shades, all of which I will swatch for you in the video. Milani says these are globally appealing on a broad range of skin tones and describes these as a silky smooth prismatic laced holographic powder designed with light reflecting pearls that cast an endlessly subtle iridescent glow. Shade 1 is Beaming Light. Shade 2 is Luminous Light. Shade 3 is Luster Light. And shade 4 is Flashing Light. Alright, so let's do brush swatches first, starting with Beaming Light. This is a lilac lavender with a blue flash. Applies beautifully with just 1 layer. I'll apply a little more product to build it up for the camera, but you really don't need it. Up second is Luminous Light. This is more of a very soft, almost silvery pinky peach with a soft pink flash. Again, gonna add a second layer for the camera. Again, don't need it, but just based on the preference of intensity that you want. Third is Luster Light, which is more of a soft peach with a golden flash. I guess it has like a peachy pink flash maybe, or sorry, a golden pink flash. And fourth is Flashing Light, which is at the base it's like a burnt peach with a gold sheen. When you apply it, this looks mostly gold actually. There's a second layer. Yeah, I'm surprised that that pink doesn't really show through very much on this shade. Alright, so there are the 4 shades swatched up close for you. The third shade seems to have the least amount of color to it. Alright, and now as usual I will do heavy swatches as finger swatches. So first up is Beaming Light. Number 2 is Luminous Light. Number 3, Luster Light. And number 4, Flashing Light. Alright, so those are the shades up close if you were maybe to use them as eyeshadows, or just to give you an idea of what a heavier application might be. Next, we're going to look at the 2 Stellar Lights highlighter palettes. On Milani's website, these retail for $13 each and come in these 2 trios of shades. The company says these instantly add an iridescent glow anywhere you want shimmer. They feature complementary trios of micro-milled buildable powders that blend seamlessly and leave a luminous finish. So this is palette 02 Holographic Beams, and each pan actually does have shade names. This one is Unicorn Dreams. In the middle is Make Believe. And over here is Otherworldly. And this palette is 03 Rose Glow. We have Pearl, Golden Quartz, and Rose Gold. Starting with the Holographic Beams palette, this is the shade Unicorn Dreams, which is a shimmering pink and cream duochrome shade. In the center is Make Believe, which is an iridescent purple and blue duochrome shade. And on the right is Otherworldly, which is a strong, warm toned kind of burnt gold. So here are the 3 shades from the Holographic Beams trio. These apply with really nice color. Now from the Rosecope Glow palette, we start with Pearl. This is a shimmering pearly cream. In the middle is Golden Quartz. This is a shimmering soft, more like a champagne-y gold. And on the end is Rose Gold, which is exactly how it's named. It's more of a rosy gold shade. Alright, so up close, these are the shades from the Rose Glow palette. The last shade is the most subtle, actually, of the 3. Alright, now for heavy swatches, finger swatches, we start with the Holographic palette, Unicorn Dreams, Make Believe, and Otherworldly, followed by the Rose Glow palette with Pearl, Golden Quartz, and Rose Gold. Okay, there are heavy swatches. Again, if you wanted to use these as eyeshadows, or just to give you a better picture of the color if you have a different skin color from me. And we are rounding out with the 2 new eyeshadow palettes. These retail for $20 each, and as you can see, each of them contains 12 eyeshadow shades. This here is the Most Loved Mattes eyeshadow palette. So I will go and swatch them by row, from left to right, starting from the top row and then going to the bottom. And this one is the Bold Obsessions palette. And again, we will go from the top row to the bottom row, swatching the shades, going left to right. And as always, I will swatch these over an eyeshadow primer. And these are named, the names are on the back of the palettes. Oh, one more thing, they're also divided up by columns. You can see the left column is for daytime, middle column is for anytime, right column for playtime. And for the one with shimmering shades, the left is labeled sunrise, middle sunset, and right nightfall. Of course, it's totally up to you how you pair all of these shades. Alright, so first we have Fancy Vanilla. Obviously these are all going to be matte. This is a cream shade. Second is Come Up Roses, a soft, dusty rose pink. You're a Peach. This is a light, slightly apricot-y nude. My Daily Latte is a soft, neutral nude. Busta Mauve is a medium, dusty, I guess kind of mauve-y rose. Catch a Tan is a medium, warm-toned tan brown. Toast of the Town is another medium, yellow-based brown. More neutral, though. No Plum Intended is a medium, matte, slightly dusty plum shade. Hiking in Sedona is a medium, really rusty, warm brown. Chocolate is Life is a medium milk chocolate brown. This is more on the neutral side to very slightly cool toned. Don't Raisin Your Voice is a deep eggplant. And Umber the Sun. And this is a medium purplish brown. All right, here are the 12 shades from the matte palette. Moving on to the Bold Obsessions palette, we start with Can't Pink Straight, which is a very pale baby pink. Next is Sweet as Honey, which is a medium kind of camel tan brown. Next is Bear in Mind, which is a light tan with gold sparkle. Sands of Time is a beautiful metallic pale silvery champagne. Gold Getter is another very metallic, traditional, I guess kind of like bronzy coppery gold. Slate All Day is a shimmering slate, like a brownie gray with silver shimmer. Suede Side to Side is a soft, shimmering tan brown. Blazing Hot is a really warm toned rusty copper with a metallic finish. Smoke Signals is a really deep charcoal with silver shimmer. Brunettes Have Fun is a deep cool toned matte brown. Read Between the Lines is a slightly shimmering or slightly metallic cranberry. And Little Black Dress is a matte black. All right, there are your shades from the Bold Obsessions eyeshadow palette. Alright, so that I look a little less crazy, let's start out with applying some of the eyeshadows. And I have to rant a little bit before we do this application. This thing on my face, you know how sometimes you have that pimple and it just starts out as a little thing, but you allow temptation to get you and you kind of pick at it and poke at it, and then it becomes disastrous. Like 1 out of every 100 becomes disastrous. It doesn't actually look that bad on camera, I think. But this thing is like a lavinous volcano on my face. That's how I feel. You know, sometimes you have that one pimple that you just feel like has taken over half of your face, and every time you're with other people, all you can think about is that pimple on your face, and you're wondering if they're also thinking about that pimple on your face. And I know it's gonna take weeks and weeks and weeks to fade away because it's in like one of those areas where the pimple is always so obvious and it takes forever to go away. Okay, so I'm sorry if it's distracting, but life must go on. I can't stay holed up in my home for like 3 weeks until it's not so obvious. Unfortunately, I wish I could. I'm going to start with the most loved mattes. Let's apply some of these onto the crease and start the eye look. I'll start with the upper left corner shade, which is Fancy Vanilla, just for all over the lids as a base. Then just below it, my Daily Latte for the transition blending shade. We'll probably go back in with this shade to blend the crease shade out. And then actually I'm going to go with the Bold Obsessions palette, and I'm going to use this as my crease shade. What is this? This is Sweet as Honey. The mattes in both of these palettes are beautiful. I love the formula for these. They have great color, they apply really smoothly, they're soft. That did not take a lot of blending at all. I love it when you can just get a quick eye look. All right, for the mobile lid, let's choose a shimmering shade from the Bold Obsessions palette. Let's go with, let's go ahead and go with the really bold gold shade in the middle called gold getter. Yeah, gold getter, like go-getter. This has chunkier glitter on it. Ooh, but it looks so pretty. I'm seeing a little bit of fallout, but actually not as much as I was expecting. To deepen up the crease, the shade Back in the Mattes palette, which is Chocolate is Life. Just in the outer crease and V. I actually forgot to apply concealer under my eyes, which is a good thing because that gold shade does create fallout that is kind of sticky. So actually, if you plan to do a look with that particular shade, I would recommend doing the eyes first and then putting on your foundation so that you can wipe off the glitter fallout from that particular shade. But overall, these eyeshadows are beautiful. They are such high quality. The layout of these remind me a lot of the Stila. I think they were called the Stale Day palettes that Stila released many years ago. The format of and the design of the palettes looks very, very similar, but these are $20, which is much cheaper and beautiful quality. So if you're thinking of picking these up, I definitely think they're worth it. I am digging the eye look that I did with these palettes. These palettes are fantastic. For the cheeks, since we have two different sets of highlighting things to test out and several of each category, I'm just gonna pick a couple shades, okay? So from the Hypnotic Lights highlighters, I'm gonna do 04 Flashing Light. That's this shade here. I'm gonna apply that to one side of the face and then go crazy and do a different one on the other side of the face. From the Holographic Beams trio, I'm gonna choose this one on the very left side of the pan. And then, so that we can see how it performs, from the Rose Glow trio, on the inner corner to match this kind of goldy look on the mobile lid, I'm gonna apply this shade in the inner corners there. So I'm taking a small flat brush, that gold inner corner shade, and I really don't have a lot of lid space, so I have to be careful when I do this kind of thing. Ooh, but this looks really, really nice. The powder is just so creamy and soft when it comes to the trios. Then Unicorn Dreams on my left side. Oh, I guess we're gonna go with the right side, actually. Oh, wow. That is really strong. And then after making sure the brush is clean, with Flashing Lights, also a very strong sheen. Alright, so there's that one applied. And that one applied. And as the last thing, they did release a whole set of Nourishing Lip Plumpers in a whole range of shades, in a whole, what is wrong with me? In a whole range of shades. I just chose one just to test out the formula. This shade that I picked up was Soft Rose, which is number 8. It's a big doe foot applicator a la Tarte Shape Tape. There's some translucence to this color, but it's actually more pigmented than I thought it would be. It's not fully opaque. It's a nice creamy moisturizing formula. It's not sticky at all. But it's definitely the kind of formula that will come off if you drink anything, or it'll transfer onto anything that your lips touch. All right, there's the finished look. You guys, I love everything that's in this collection. That's so rare. The eyeshadow palettes are on point. These highlighters have a beautiful, creamy, soft formula that is actually, in terms of consistency, seems a little bit chalky or powdery, but in application functions beautifully. These highlighter trios have a less chalky but equally soft and creamy formula to them, and apply strongly and beautifully too. I don't think you can really go wrong with anything that I've shown you in terms of the new Milani products in this video. So that's a surprise and a great thing. The lip plumper, it is tinkling. That is the activation of the irritation of your skin so that people say they look more plump and full. I don't think it's any different from any other lip plumper that you can get out there. The tingling is noticeable but not extreme. So that was more just to round out the look. I purchased it to keep it consistent with Milani products. But let me know in the comment section below what you think of any of these products. If you've tried any of them, if you have any thoughts about them. I hope that you enjoyed the video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. As always, thank you so much for taking the time to watch, and I'll see you in the next video.